Hello, welcome to the Chit Chat Knits podcast. My name is Darcy and I'm the maker at Chit Chat Knits. And today, as you can see, we're in a different location. This is a camper cast. I'm coming to you from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where my husband and I are on a little mountain biking trip. And of course, there's a lot of knitting. In the camper, there's always knitting. So that makes me happy. I ride in the morning and then relax and knit in the afternoon. It couldn't get better, but I just wanted to pop in today because I have some finished objects. I have some works in progress. I have some make-alongs that I really want to talk to you about. And I have a new yarn shop that I discovered yesterday. So I just thought maybe it would be a fun time to tell you about a few of these things. Let's get started with the make-alongs. The first one I want to talk to you about today is the Better Than Fiction mystery shawl. And I'm going to put a banner in here to show you. The pattern is currently live on Ravelry, and the first clue, or otherwise known as book, will drop on October 7th. So just one day over a week. Today is Sunday, September 29th. So in 1 week, the first clue will come. And I said, instead of using the word clue, I said books, because let me tell you about this make-along. This was a collaboration that I did with Wendy of Knitters Brewing Company. We started talking, it wasn't a year ago, maybe about 9 months ago. We met online through the pigskin party, and we thought it would be fun to design a shawl together in collaboration. So one of us would do a piece, and then the other would do the next piece. And so we went back and forth. And we spent a while trying to decide what the theme would be for this shawl. So we just brainstormed all different kinds of things. And what we landed on was fiction genres, because we both love reading. You know that I'm a retired elementary teacher with a specialty in reading, and literacy is so important to me. So we chose fiction genres, and each section of the mystery is dedicated to a different fiction genre. With each book comes a little sample short story that each of us wrote the stories that went along with our sections of the shawl that illustrate that genre. So you'll start out each clue with reading a little story, and then you will move into the knitting of that book. So I can't tell you what they are because that's part of the mystery. But what you would need are 3 solid or tonal fingering weight skeins of yarn. And all the details are on the pattern listing on Ravelry. So if you just go to Ravelry, my pattern shop, Chit Chat Knits, and you will find the Better Than Fiction mystery shawl, and all the details are there about what you will need to join in. You won't need a full 100-gram skein of each color, but you want the colors, that you want your yarns to be solid or tonal to make the patterns really show in them. And it's really fun. We had a great time designing and knitting this pattern. I'm really excited to cast on with you all again on Monday, October 7th. So I hope you will join us. Here's 2 more things. Okay, Monica of Up North Yarns has curated some kits for the shawl. So if you need yarn you can go to Up North Yarns, and she has some beautiful selections there available. I will put her link in the notes. She really has come up with some very beautiful selections. And here's the most important part about this make along. All of the Wendy and I, when we designed this shawl, we decided that we wanted this to be for charity. And then we spent time researching and choosing a charity. And what we've chosen is Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Now, what this program does is it sends out children's books free to families. And you've heard me in the past talk about my passion for early reading. And I think it's so important to put books in the hands of children and families. So I couldn't be more excited to be able to send some dollars to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library through the sales of this pattern. And Wendy and I are taking nothing for ourselves from this pattern. We are sending every dollar that all of the proceeds will go to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So I hope you'll pick up the pattern. I hope you will join us in knitting this fun project. All right, now the other make along that is currently going on at Chit Chat Knits is the Warm Ears Mal. Last fall we did the Warm Ears Mal, and I asked if you would like to do it again, and there was unanimous yes, let's do it again. So we've started already. We started September 16th, I think it was, but we have plenty of time because it goes to November 1st. We have loads of time to knit a hat or something else that will keep your ears warm. And then just post. You can use the hashtag on Instagram, WarmEarsMal24. I'm going to put it right in here, WarmEarsMal24. You can also go to my Ravelry group, Chit Chat Knits Ravelry group. I'll link that in the notes. And there's a discussion thread, and there's a finished object thread. And let me tell you, so I have some really fun prizes in the works for this knit along. I'm going to try to do a prize for discussion thread, a prize in the finished object thread, and a prize for the hashtag. So you will want to put your hats in there. And this year, if you knit a hat for charity, please post it in the finished object thread twice. Just make one post and then post again. Not two pictures in one post, but post and then repost. Because, as knitters, we can help out. We can do good things with what we love, our knitting and crocheting. So I hope you will join us. At the end of the video, I clipped some of the finished objects that some of our friends have already posted, and I'm just going to put those so you can see some of the beautiful finished objects, hats, and some headbands, some baby hats, adult hats, a variety of hats. So I really hope you join in. Speaking of hats, I have a finished object that is a hat, and I want to show it to you. Okay, so here is a new pattern. This one hasn't even gone into testing yet, but it will soon. This is called the String of Beads hat. I'm going to put it on. Here we go. So it's a beanie or toque. I didn't, of course, you could always knit longer if you wanted a slouchy hat. I decided this time, this one's for me, and I decided that I wanted it to be a little more closer to the head, closer to the head. So let me tell you about this. This yarn is from my dear friend Melissa of Bella Fio Yarns, and it is the colorway is called Autumn Brew. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like a pinky coral color, which, you know, is right up my alley. That is my coloring. But it has some other fun. You can see it has some little tones in it, like little pops of surprise tones. Look right there. There's a little dark tone that just make it so much fun. And I did something, I think it's kind of interesting on the decreases up here. I made them really textured. So we have this string of bead stitch, and it goes into this textury decrease. So I think it's a fun little hat. I really like it. I'm gonna wear this a lot. I love it. It was quick, and I think there'll be more. I think I'll be making more. Now, here's what else. These are already out at Testers. You know, this is the third pair I made. These are the string of beads mitts. I love a good fingerless mitt. Aren't they fun? They're great for when the weather starts. You know, even this time of year, if you go out, we like to go out and listen to music. And a lot of times they're outside this time of year still. I'll grab a pair of, you know, a little hat and a fingerless mitt because it gets chilly. When the sun goes down, it gets chilly. So, and then, you know that we go to Florida in the winter, and also it gets chilly in the evening. So these are the string of beads mitts, and I love them. I made a pair for my friend, the green pair. If you watched on the last episode, I made a green pair for my dear friend who always has cold hands. Yes, it's you, Katie. You know Katie. She does all my modeling now, and she's my best friend. And I made a pair for a friend of one of my sons. It happened to be, well, I made her a hat, and then it was her birthday, and I had more yarn, so I wanted to knit her a pair for her birthday. And she wore them out when she was riding her moped, so that made me excited. And then I made this pair, and I could just cast on another pair right now because they knit up so fast. I just love them. And I think the design is really pretty. I love that stitch. And I love the way they fit because, you know, with that knits and purls, like I think I said this on the last episode, it sort of acts like ribbing, where it, you know, like a rubber band, comes back together, stretches out, comes back together. And I love that. The back of the hand is just, or the palm of the hand is just plain stockinette. I love them. I love them. I will be making more. They're really fun. And also I want to show you this. Look what I did. Look at this fun ribbing. I did sort of a twisted seated ribbing. And I think it looks so neat and so, you know, of course you have to like texture. I guess I really like texture. I always seem to put a lot of texture in my designs, but I just love that. Isn't that pretty? Well, I was digging through, before we left on this trip, I was digging through my stash, and I really had the bug to make another one of these hats. I just really wanted to. So, you know, because sometimes you have to have knitting that's something you can do and not have to do a lot of thinking about. Excuse me. So, fall allergies. Anyone else? Raise your hand. Ugh. Anyway, I pulled up this skein from Stash. And you know, we have a thread in our Ravelry group that's about using up your stash bash this year. So this would work. This is Toad Hollow yarn. You know what? I can't even believe it. Because my husband said to me before he's out riding again, we rode this morning about 12 miles on single track. And I'll pop, you will have seen a couple pictures in the front. But he's out riding again, so I could do this cast this afternoon. And he said to me, now what happens if you have to cough or sneeze while you're doing a podcast? Why did he say that? Because I never have to cough or sneeze. But of course, I think it was because he said that, and I said, oh, it's never a problem. I never have to cough. Right. Yeah. Okay. Until today, until he said that. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Okay. So I grabbed some needles and this pretty blue. You know blue is one of my good colors. Isn't that pretty? So I could make another hat, you know, because if you're sitting in the evening or whatever, you just want something. I haven't gotten very far, but there's that beautiful textured ribbing. And this is Stash, like I said. This is Toad Hollow yarn. Do you see that? ToadHollowNJ.com. And it's Toad DK, 100 grams and 231 yards. And I see on here, it says the Alice Collection, January 2021. So I've had this in there for a while. So how exciting is that to be using it? And this'll, you know, if I worked on this evening, this would be maybe a little bit tomorrow. It would be done because it knits up so fast. And I would love a pair of fingerless mitts in it too, but you know what I think I'm going to do instead? I have this adorable, yes, she is adorable, little granddaughter who also has blonde hair, and I think I'm going to make her a matching hat. So Ori, her name is Ori, and Grammy can have matching hats because we're both blondies. So here's my thought. I think I'm just, the pattern repeat is 8 stitches. So I think I'll just go down 8 stitches and maybe go down a needle size. And I think that will give me a small enough hat for a 3-year-old. So I'm gonna give that a try because I think she would be thrilled to have matching hat with Grammy. So that's on the needles. That'll be a quick finish. But I have to also show you, I told you last time, if you watched the last episode, I told you that I took the grandkids to the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival. We just went for a day. I thought we could see, you know, some sheep, alpacas, llamas. Well, we saw sheep. We didn't really see many other animals, but they had fun walking around and looking at yarn and feeling soft, fuzzy fleeces and whatever, picking out colors. And my grandson, Rafi, who's now 6, I told you last time, he decided that I should knit him a sweater. And he picked out the colors he wanted. So I actually went to Knit Picks and purchased the yarn. Isn't that fun? His color choices. And you can see I have about maybe 30 rows left on the bottom and some ribbing, and then the sleeves. And so let me tell you about this. This is Swish DK. And I knew that it would have to be soft. The colors are, I've got it written here, Bluebird, Pea Pod is this green, Marina, this in the camper light here is a teal color. In real life, it shows up a little more teal. And then this pop of orange is Clementine. And maybe that isn't quite as bright in real life. Anyway, I think he did a really good job picking out the colors. What I did, I had him, when we were at the festival, the reason I talked about the festival is because we went around to the different vendors and I said, you show me what colors you like. And of course he was picking out fingering weight yarns, so they wouldn't have worked. But with each color that he picked out, I took a picture of him with the color. So then I could go to, you know, when I went to KnitPick's website, then I could just use the pictures to pick out the colors that he wanted. The pattern is called Cartography, and it's by Tin Can Knits. And let me tell you, you know, we might groan at the thought of doing an all full coverage color-rich sweater, but it really is going together so well because you're only using 2 colors at a time. You're using the background, my bluebird, and then 1 other color. So it's not like you have to do 3 colors, just 2. And I've only encountered 1 place, I think it was down here, yeah, where there were 5 stitches in a row. All the other floats have only been 3 stitches. And I didn't even you know, I think it's okay to do 5. So I left that. I didn't catch the float. I just, you know, made sure it was loose enough. So it's been really, really easy. Really easy to read chart. And like I said, no long floats to worry about. Only 2 colors at a time. Very easy. So I'll be, you know, I've been just working on this a little bit in the morning before we go out riding, a little in the afternoon. And I did do a lion's share of it in the car on the drive. It's about a 6.5 hour drive from our house. So I had a pretty good start. But it will be done soon. I will be going to see them in about a week. So I'd like to have it almost done. I'll finish the body and then I'll do the sleeves and not, you know, maybe get down to maybe down to the cuffs. So I can adjust the sleeves because I think the body length probably is going to be just fine. Not have to worry too much about the body length for him, but my husband is just keeps saying, I hope he wears it. I hope he wears it, because you know how 6-year-old boys can kind of be about what they like to wear. But he wanted it, so he better wear it. Anyway, if he doesn't wear it, it'll fit his little sister eventually, and her favorite color is dark blue, so it should be fine. All right, so one more thing to talk about. We come to Marquette. We're in Marquette, Michigan. And Doug and I just love it up here, especially in the fall. We're a little earlier this year, so the leaves aren't quite changing yet. But every day there's a little more color. But this year, we love this place. We love the mountain bike trails. We love this campground. We love the town. It's just it's a magical place. But this year, I happened to just do a little Google for yarn shops. And there's a new yarn shop here. And I was so excited. And of course, Doug knows, you know, some things you just go along with because you just have to. So yesterday, downtown, we went to the new yarn shop. And it is called, here it is, Moon Spun. Do I have that the right way? Upside down. Moon Spun Wool. It's a beautiful shop. Beautiful. She has some of her own yarns. It's a beautiful lit. It's kind of a, you know, the historic sort of looking storefront with the big windows, display windows, and just a beautiful, beautiful space. She had a really nice meeting area in the back, and I see they have community knitting, community knitting, crocheting meetup every Friday night, but of course we'll be gone by then. So next year I'll make sure to get there. But she was lovely. We had a nice little chat and she was very helpful. I told her I have a design idea in mind for a cowl that I'd like to do, possibly sort of a Christmas design. And what I picked out is sort of Christmassy. It's on the verge of Christmas, but it also would work very well now. So as soon as I finish these other projects, this is going on the needles. So here's what I purchased yesterday. This is Koigu, and it's Jasmine. I think that's the colorway, Jasmine. Yes, it is 100% merino wool. It is 242 yards and 100 grams. Really looking fall here, more than Christmas, but it has a little bit of the pink and there's green in there, has a little Christmas vibe. It'll be pretty. And then I just picked out a off-white, and this is Dos Tierras. This is Malabrigo. So I'll be putting these two together real soon. I didn't get them wound. I left, and then this morning I thought, you didn't get those wound. I guess that'll force me to get these other projects done before I get home. Then I can wind these up. Or maybe I'll drop down there when she's open again on Tuesday and get them wound. We'll see. Aren't they pretty? Isn't that a pretty? This is my really, I know I'm saying Christmas, but this is really fall to me. This is what I would like to wear. Wouldn't it be great with this t-shirt? Yeah. Knit faster. And also to remind you, all of these projects are great for the Pigskin Party. If you have not joined the Pigskin Party and you are looking for a fun, this is Down Cellar Studios Pigskin Party. If you're looking for a fun way to join in on a make-along, look up Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party. And if you have any trouble finding it, drop me a note, an email, and I'll sure help you out. Also remember that the Better Than Fiction Shawl mystery is starting soon. You can purchase to join, all you need to do is purchase the pattern. And remember that all the proceeds for the pattern will go to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So I hope you'll hop on and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then also knit those hats, knit those ear warmers. Join us for the better, or I keep saying better. It's the Warm Ears Mal 24. All right. There's a lot ahead. There's a lot of more travel coming. October is going to be a busy travel month. I'll get to be with my grandkids some more, and of course I can pop on and talk to you when I'm visiting them. And then I have an epic trip that I'm really excited for. I'm going with my friend to Nashville. I've been there, but we have a lot of fun things planned. So stay tuned. We'll tell you all about that fun trip. All right. Thanks for stopping by today. I never remember to say it, but I hope you will like and subscribe. And I also love it when you leave a comment. Tell me, are you doing any knit-alongs this fall? Are you knitting any hats or anything for charity? What has you busy with your hook or your needles this fall? Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
see trees.